There's a lot going on this weekend, including NASCAR. And just this morning, Brad spoke with driver Chase Briscoe about the race this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Good morning, Chase. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing great because I'm kind of excited here because you are returning back to the Xfinity Series since 2022.
NASCAR.
And I think everyone's going to keep an eye on you because this is going to be exciting. How are you feeling? And also, why'd you want to come back?
Yeah, I'm excited. I would be lying, though, if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous coming back. You know, I remember when I was a full-timer in the Xfinity Series, when a Cup guy would come and run, there's added pressure, right? Like, you want to beat the Cup guy, you would always race him a little bit harder. So for me now to be the Cup guy coming down, it's going to be a kind of different perspective for me. But yeah, honestly, the doors just kind of opened up for me to run this race. It's something that I've wanted to do the last couple of years, is go run, an Xfinity car again. But, there's truthfully just never really been the right opportunity or even the team to be able to go do it. Where now with my new team this year, going to Joe Gibbs Racing on the Cup side, they actually have an Xfinity car that they run 4 or 5 different drivers throughout the years. So Lance Crackers was based right here in Charlotte, and they said, hey, we want to be a part of our home track race, and we want a driver to drive the car in the Xfinity Series. So Joe Gibbs Racing had asked me if I wanted to drive it, and I said absolutely. So yeah, looking forward to obviously getting back to the Xfinity Series, but also doing it with a new partner in Lance Crackers. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, your first Cup Series was right here in Phoenix, what was really cool in 2022, but now you're going to jump on to Charlotte's Motor Speedway. So you just said a little bit, you're excited about it, but why did you pick there to get back into the Xfinity Series?
Yeah, honestly, it just goes back to, the Lance Cracker stuff, truthfully. Like, they're based right here in Charlotte. So for them, they wanted to be a part of the Xfinity Series in some way and do a race. But they, didn't know necessarily where to do it at. And Charlotte just happened to be one of those ones that Joe Gibbs Racing had available. So, their plant is literally less than 15 minutes from the racetrack. So they have 1,500 employees. Not all of them are going to obviously be out at the racetrack, but there is going to be a lot of people from Lance there. So it's great for us to be able to carry such an iconic Charlotte brand. They've been making crackers in Charlotte for nearly a century now. So for them to be able to be on a race car at Charlotte Motor Speedway, it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully I can get them in victory lane.
I like it. Well, I hope so too, because I don't want to get in trouble for this, but there's some drivers from the last time you raced, kind of like we're a little jealous, a little something going on there. So who are you looking forward to racing against this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be fun. There's a lot of guys in the Xfinity field that I've literally never raced against before. A lot of those guys kind of came into the Xfinity Series after I left. Now there's still a lot of guys that are still there, but I'm excited to race with those new guys, truthfully. I watch them right on the CW every single week, and I see what they're doing, and, you kind of have a perception of how they race, but until you're actually out on the racetrack with them, you don't really know. So it's going to be fun for me to get to go, race against guys that I'm sure in a couple of years are going to be in the Cup Series. So between them and then, you obviously have the veteran guys like a Justin Al guy or even a Sheldon Creed, somebody like that. It's going to be fun to get a race with the whole field.
I like that. Okay, this is the big question I have to ask, is that you're racing on Saturday, then you're going to race again on Sunday. Is that going to be difficult, or is that going to give you extra advantage for Sunday race?
Honestly, both. The cars drive so drastically different. It is going to be an adjustment for me to go back and forth, between the two cars, just because my driving style, everything that I feel is going to be so different. But at the same time, Charlotte is a racetrack that is very, very unique. There's a lot of character there. The line, especially on Sunday, it's a 600-mile race. So what you're doing in the car from day to night, it's going to change. So for me in the Xfinity race, to be able to run 300 miles on that racetrack and really just search around and play with things and try different lines. Some of them might work in the Cup car, some of them might not, but at least I'll have that opportunity to kind of use a 300-mile Xfinity race as a test session for Sunday.
I like it. Okay, one more quick question here, and this is not on the books here, but everyone's looking around your room. They're seeing all the great awards, the trophies and stuff, but everybody wants to know, What chair are you sitting in? Is that a gaming chair you're sitting in?
Yeah, it's some type of gaming chair. It's actually broken. It's got one wheel broke off, so I'm trying not to flip over the whole time. But yeah, just a gaming chair. I think my son broke it, actually.
Everyone's like, oh my goodness, that's a cool gaming chair. So, hey, Chase, thank you for joining this morning. Good luck this weekend. We're looking forward to seeing you Saturday right here on the CW7 for the Xfinity Series race. So, man, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
So, and don't forget, you can catch that race right here on the CW7. More information is over on CW7AZ.com.